Wholeness and Balance Vibration. I just finished eating, and at first I wanted to. This is Self Expression by Aja. I'm not really set up or really in the mood to do a video like for my blog. However, if this ends up posted, then it ends up posted. Today is Sunday, January the 29th, 2019. And I'm just, working on, as always, just really making sure that my mindset is as best it can be with respect to someone who's had traumatic brain injury. You know, I've went through a series of emotions and roller coasters concerning just dealing with the nerve damage from my head injury and the fatigue. And I'm going through the process of accepting my current present reality and also accepting the aging process. But I just feel like talking about it, I guess, because, I think about the people who were trying to help me. I think it was difficult for them to help me. I'm starting to process and understand why it may have been a challenge to kind of help me, because they really weren't sure where I was with respect to what was really my response and what was something going on cognitively and some of my behaviors. I do recall that I was given doctor's orders when I went home, when I was sick, when I came home from the hospital, but I did not follow them. I did not have anybody to help me follow them, so I did not follow them. I did not get any treatment. I did not get any. The only thing I did was go to the doctor for pain. That was my number one concern, pain. Okay, we got to deal with the pain. And then I was so irritated. And people a person that I trust said that I was very angry. And I think, maybe this is a good place to talk about my anger, because I had anger of all sorts. I mean, it was almost like all of my anger from this whole incarnation, possibly other incarnations, just, what I think is safe to say, just deal with this one. I was angry about so many things. And I remember responding to this person that if you were aware of the things that I was aware of, you would be angry as well. And again, I just think it's amazing that I've even come this far. I remember when I would ask my doctor, like, how long is this going to take? How long is this going to take? No one would ever give me a direct answer. No doctor, no neurologist, none of them would say a week, a month, 2 months, or whatever. It was 2011, March 2011. It is December 2019, and I'm still having effects from slipping and falling. And I don't know how much I've talked about it. I realized that, okay, so basically, when I say I didn't read the instructions, the reason why I said that is because I think it was either this week or last week. Well, actually, it had to be last week because today's Sunday. Last week, I started reading about traumatic brain injuries. And I couldn't even get through the first two paragraphs. And I was like, yep, that's what's happening. I am aware that my behaviors have changed. I am aware that I'm aware everything has changed. However, it's something inside. It's like I know and I'm aware, but my sensitivity. And when I say sensitive, that word may mean different things for different people. Most people look at it as a weakness, which it has nothing to do with that. I try to express it as best I can, but what I mean by sensitive is I feel other people's stuff. And I am learning not to take it on my as my own, which from my flawed perspective is why I think I'm projecting some of the behaviors that I do, because I am so irritated with and angry with what I am feeling, and I don't want to deal with. There are just certain energies I just don't want to deal with. And that's because I am worn out, exhausted. My body is still, it's like any energy I have, I have to use it for my self-care, or I'm not going to get things done. Um, and of course, in being sensitive, I also pick up other people's energy when it's happy and when it feels good. That's great as well. But that also can cause exhaustion. There have been times when I've been so excited and so happy about things that I've been exhausted from that. So it's that's why I feel like Secret Energy was made especially for me, because it was what I needed to continue to move forward and trying to. And I'm a little, I guess I sit a little tired right now. Um, and I probably haven't been eating the most balanced, meaning I'm still eating fruits and vegetables. I ate, however, I noticed that when I follow a conscious diet, one that's conscious that works for me, I can get my energy back. Which is why, how I think I got into trouble, because once I got a burst of energy, then I go like everything is normal, and then it's like out of nowhere, it's gone. And so, with that being said, you know, I have no choice. I had no choice but to make decisions for myself, and I find myself in a situation where my decisions are contingent on others. And yes, I understand how to work the system. I understand. I'm very, when I say I understand how to work the system, I understand how it works. I was a law and abiding citizen fanatic, meaning OCD. Everything I did was OCD. Everything I did was by the law. Everything I did was by the Bible. Everything I did was according to what someone else said, was according to someone else's standard, was according to someone else's laws, aside from the laws that this entity, that this being needs to do for my being in order to do whatever I'm supposed to do in this existence. Because in being sensitive to all the shit and all the nonsense and all the backwardness and all the deception and all the lies and all the that's going on out there in the atmosphere, I can't deal with it. It's a challenge for me. And see, this is what people are not understanding. It's like, well, how much of that is from the head injury? How much is that from my empath ability? How much is that from my intelligence? How much? I don't know. And I don't care right now. I just want to feel better. And what's most important to me right now is eliminating pain, reducing pain, and having energy. Having energy to where I can, I need to, wash my hair, and I have to make sure I have the energy. Like I've been wanting to wash it for a week now. And well, honestly, I will say this. One of the reasons that I didn't wash it is because this is very important that I say my heat was out. So I thought it was too cold for me to wash my hair. And my furnace, and it was a minor thing, which it always is. It was a minor thing affecting the airflow, but I was without heat for about a week. So that's really why I haven't washed my hair now, because of all the stress of me trying to, get my neighbor to look at it and me looking at it and me changing the filter and me changing the batteries and me, dealing with that, I'm exhausted. And so it's like, and yes, I've showered, but it's like, I really want to wash my hair. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll wash my hair. Um, I don't know, but I definitely want to wash it before the first of the year. So I'm either going to wash it. So I got 3 days to kind of get it washed. And the reason why it takes so long, because since it's so long, when I get the, and this is all my hair. I know some of you don't believe me, and I know there are people who don't believe that this is my hair, but this is all of my hair. This is not extensions. I've had people argue with me that my extensions was what was making my hair thin and coming out. Okay, this time around, I think the thinning of my hair came from a lot of the medications I was on. Forgot about that part. My hair has went through, the stress and trauma of being pressed and pulled too tight. Okay, so the pressing and the burning of edges, trying to get those edges, and actually having your skin burn. I mean, okay, that. And then I went through a period. There was a family situation, and I was overly stressed, which to me was the beginning of um, just a lot. And basically, I lost a lot of my hair. I was processing my hair too with the perms, and my hair was falling out to where nobody wanted to bother it. I do appreciate the beauticians letting me know that they thought my hair was too stressed. And then that's what made me go to Sister Locks. And then when I went to Sister Locks, my hair started growing. However, then I had the head injury, and then I started with all the medications, and then my hair started thinning. Then I started taking myself off the medications myself. My doctor was not taking me off the medications. I took myself off of them because I did not like the side effects. And my doctor restarted me on some medication, and again I was reminded of why I stopped taking them. One causes chest pain, and I also feel this pain like right here, which I'm not sure, and I don't like it. And the chest pain scares the shit out of me, and the other medication made my feet swell up like balloons. And so I feel best when I can do things naturally, but at the same time, anyway. So I was talking to, I don't really want to, again, this is all about me, but, there were some people that, one of the things about having a head trauma is people who really love and care about me have all said the same things about my behavior, about some of my repetitiveness, um, and I think it's a combination of first of all, I don't deny my behavior. Yes, I accept the changes of my behavior. I'm aware, and I'm also aware that some of it was a medication, some of it was from the head trauma, and I choose to do whatever makes me feel the best. And what makes me feel the best is being around happy, uplifting, positive, conscious, awake people. That's what makes me feel the best. People trying to tell me what I need to do, like you need to go to the doctor, you need to go to church, you need to do this, you need to do. Okay, I did all those things. Okay, No, what I need to do is to listen to myself, eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, and drink good water, and breathe good air, and get some sunlight. That's what I need to do right now. I need to take care of myself. I can be there for no one. No one. I can only be there for me. So if you need or want something from me, it has to be an even exchange, because if I'm doing something for you, then you can do that something for me that I'm not doing for myself. You see how that works? Because it's like I've used so much of I've allowed so many other people and entities and beings to use my energy, and then I was left with nothing, or left with the fumes of it, and the gases of it. So now I'm restoring that. And so, we'll just see how it goes. But and also the reason why I brought up that article is because it was expressing about how some people get ready to get well in a few weeks, few months, and it says, and in some people's cases, it take years. But see, I think it was a combination of everything. I think it was a combination of, I think I probably always had fibromyalgia. I just didn't know. I think I probably even had fibromyalgia when I was playing college basketball. That's how long I think I've had it, because then it would explain. And then of course, I'm gonna do a separate video with that, because I also I'm gonna use a section where I'm going to talk about basketball, because basketball was a very important part of my life, and I want to keep it in category. But again, this is kind of a random video anyway. I think this will probably definitely go under self-expression, because it's not really fitting any one category. But I'll go ahead and say this about basketball. When I was playing basketball, especially when I was in college, I kept tearing my quadriceps and hamstrings, and I was told I had fast twitch muscles or whatever that was. But I think, and then there were periods where, when I would be running in practice, I would literally be so tired. It wouldn't be that didn't want to try to run no faster, I really was struggling, and which is why I think my muscles end up tearing, because I never gave them time to rest. Now, I did sleep well in college. That's one thing I can say. The best sleep I had was in college. My 4.5, 5 years in college was my best sleep I had, and I think it was because of all the training. And on top of practicing basketball, I had swim practice. We had running, conditioning. So they were all kind of practices. So, and I don't know what it's like in today's basketball world. I imagine it can be pretty intense, but I would hope that they've improved on allowing players to listen to their bodies. So I listen to my body now. So I don't know how much of it is old basketball injuries, to traumatic brain injuries, to physical, emotional abuse. And you know what? From my perspective, it don't matter. I have to deal with it, and I have to heal it. And so I'm committing to healing it. I'm committing to healing myself. And so, I'm pretty excited about that. And, and also I should say, when I eat foods like, because every now and then I'll do something I have, which is a part of which is why I don't like being around other people, because especially other people who are not vegan and conscious, because I am, yes, it's my responsibility. You can call it temptation, call it whatever it is. But one of my weaknesses was, well, I said I wasn't going to tell. But anyway, so when I do deviate, it's like I feel everything. It's like I can taste the chemicals. I can almost feel my cells like, no. And but I am enjoying the taste. And I've also tried I think I've said that, I'm not going to say that again, but so I just wanted to make a little video to at least just kind of stay in touch. And I did sleep well last night. I slept well. I slept about 9 hours, which I needed, because, But if I don't stay on a strict schedule, routine that works for me and my moods, and yes, my moods change. It's like sometimes I'll like I want to do things. Like I want to go out. I want to visit friends. I want to, but I shouldn't say that. Meaning I want to do things like I want to paint. I want to draw. But that's not happening today. So today, what I've been doing is, which is going to take me all day, because this is another thing. I don't push myself. I guess that's what I should say. I don't push myself anymore. You know, as a someone who, wow, well, you know what, I needed the other resting. It's like I got to teach myself how to rest. And that's another reason why I love Secret Energy, because they don't bother me. They don't try to make me do anything. I love it. But anybody else who's trying to help me is trying to tell me what I'm trying to do. But what if, are you listening to what I'm saying? I'm constantly getting uploads nonstop. I am told I can turn that down, and I have had experiences of that. And I'm still observing as to how that's gonna, how, what should I say? Because it takes me being around certain type of people to bring that. It's like now I've been in consecration and 5760 hurts. And it's like all the stuff that's uploading, I can't speak fast enough. I can't. So it's like, how do I write fast enough to get it down? And I have, meditation is inconsistent. You know, there's this awesome brother in our tribe named Mark. At least in listening to him, I would say he got me started on. Well, I would probably say him and Savan together. I can't. It's hard. I can't. I'm not gonna try to explain it right now, but I mean, I'm using words that don't do justice, but to keep it simple, there it helped me. I think with Mark, it was the words he used. Maybe it's the balance in his voice. Maybe getting me focused on things that I've never had to focus on before, but I will at least I'm able to kind of sit still. It's I have challenges meditating, especially on medication. Oh my goodness! And right now I'm back on 4 medications, and when I go back to the doctor, I'm gonna tell him we need to stop. I'm telling her we can't. I get that. Nope. And so I'm gonna have to figure out a natural way to address my blood pressure, which, I have decreased the use of salt. I don't understand. I do have, ooh. I just thought about something. I have not been consistently taking my tissue cell salts. Well, anyway, that's what. Well, again, my heat being out through my. The heat being threw me off. So I think the video's about to run out. I think I'm gonna stop in, and I don't know if I'm even gonna keep this. I'm so sleepy. And it is 2:52 Mountain Standard Time in the afternoon. I told you I slept I went to bed about, well, basically, I was up like at 1, and I just went and took 2 of the medications that I didn't want to take. And I went to sleep. Okay. Bye.